Good morning and happy new week. It's good to have you join us on Nigeria Now, showing on your digital first Pan-African news network, TOS Television. This morning on the newspapers in Nigeria are big stories, of course, that will be analyzed in the studio by our analyst, Adebayo Fajime. Good morning.
Good morning. Thank you for having me.
Pleasure is ours. We begin with, of course, the biggest story now. Yesterday, we heard of the issue in Owo. Of course, in Ondo State, and a very sad news. On Nigerian Tribune, the banner headline there says, "Blood, Sorrow, Tears in Owo." And that's on page 5 and 4. The writer says, "Dozens killed as gunmen shoot at worshippers inside Catholic Church." How do you react to this gory story?
Honestly, the event was despicable, very pathetic. It's another a national tragedy for our country, Nigeria. And the question we need to ask is, will these people be really haunted? Will they be apprehended? Will they be made to face the full wrath of law? Because we can't just really understand how people in broad daylight will go into a worship center and just begin to kill people in broad daylight, not even during the night or in the darkness. And at the end of the day, what we just know how to do is to condemn the attack, send the condolence messages to the bereaved, and at the end of the day, you don't say anything. So these incidents really show that our security apparatus has failed, and it has really failed us completely. So, and authority needs to really brace up and ensure security of life and property, because if truly our leaders truly care for our lives, I don't believe that what happened yesterday should have made our political leaders, because yesterday the president hosted some political leaders in Aso Rock to dinner. Of course, I don't expect that to happen. In fact, for that reason, they should have cancelled whatever merry they had planned earlier before them. But you can still see that they went ahead and they went ahead to do what they intended to do, and that really is really bad for us. So the question now is, will these people be apprehended? Don't forget, in 2019, the gruesome killing of Mrs. Olakunrin, the daughter of Pafasorot. Since 2019, we had, I think it was last year or 2020, that we're told that police arrested some suspects. But till now, have we had anything? News on that issue. So you can see that we really have problem in Nigeria, and until our leaders begin to do the needful, rather than all these political rhetorics just to get to power and to amass a wealth to themselves, we would not really make a headway. But I think it's high time for us to really begin to do the needful to ensure that we live in a very good nation of our dream.
All right, that's on Nigerian Tribune newspaper. There's something related to that story on the Leadership newspaper, and just from the very top there, besides the article story there, we see FCT minister condemns lynching of alleged blasphemer. And that's on page 11 of the Leadership newspaper. This issue, we have seen it happen in the last couple of weeks, in Sokoto State, and now we're seeing it in the Federal Capital Territory in Abuja, a place called Lugbe, along the airport road. And now we're seeing, of course, you said it, always condemning the accident, always condemning the act, always condemning what is happening. But really, this has happened again right under our noses. What do you think is the implication of these on the Nigerian lives, the Nigerian property, and the future of this country?
I've come to realize that nation building is not the problem or the issue of political office order alone. We're all stakeholders in the progress and the journey of new Nigeria. You and I, religious leaders, and a host of others. But I think our religious leader really had a very good role to play in this context, because they have influence. They may not be in political offices, but they have influence, because hardly will you see a day that these people will not communicate or speak with people. And the perpetrators of these acts are people who you find in one worship center today or the other tomorrow. So the question is, what are these people really passing across?
What are they hearing?
Yes, what are they hearing? Not because some of these people actually know the Quran or the Bible, as you know, as the case may be, but because a lot of people's mind have actually been conditioned. For instance, I give you an instance. There were instances in being a Christian. There are some things that I have been taught. I was taught while I was growing up, not because I actually read in the Bible, not because I had that understanding.
But you heard.
Yes. For instance, we were told that we were taught that money is the root of all evil. But the scripture actually said the money is the root of all evil.
It's the love of money.
But for people who don't have that understanding, there will be a lot of interpretation to it, and that is the understanding a lot of people will carry till they die. So our religious leader actually need to help us in this situation. Tell people the truth. Don't, because of religious sentiment or because we are bigots, try to pass false information to people. And our people as well need to really rise up and try to make findings. They should try to read for themselves. Whatever you are being taught or whatever somebody tells you, try to find out yourself whether the thing is true or not. So apart from that, our political office holder, the authority also need to really brace up in our cause of justice in Nigeria, because if people are perpetrating evil acts and they are getting away with it, it's not going to be a detriment to whoever might be nursing that kind of action. So we all need to come together to ensure that we live in a sane and good society.
I agree with you on that one. Of course, that story is in the leadership newspaper. The big story there is 24 hours to APC Convention South, yet to agree on consensus candidate. That is on page 4 of the leadership newspaper. And on Daily Trust, we see Tinubu Osinbajo adamant as Southwest elders intensify consensus effort. Now, this is our APC primaries, and of course, we've had different stories. Of course, the presidents, governors, and people, gathering here and there. But Tinubu Osinbajo, these two people are making the news. What's your take on this update?
Yeah, of course. The northern governors have done the needful in the spirit of fairness and equity, and I think the issue now is within the Southwest, the South stakeholders. But like I've said many times on this show, that I am not a supporter of consensus. According to one American lawyer, Louis Brandeis, he said in a democracy, the greatest office is the office of the citizens. So let the citizen, whether in the party or in the nation, choose who they want to be their leader. If you are going by the way of consensus, it is, to me, I define it as the will of the minor, of the very few. And in a democracy, majority wins. A minority cannot win. So I appreciate the fact that nobody is stepping down for one another or for each other. Let everybody go to the pool and let them test their popularity. Let the will of the people be done. So whatever the consensus, because at the end of the day, if you impose somebody on another person or on all other people, if you do not avail them level playing field, if they do not see for themselves that this contest is fair enough, it's going to really affect the party. So it is good for the party to allow them to go to the pool, let them test their popularity, their strategy, anything they think they can do to emerge as a candidate. As far as the contest is fair, the process is fair, of course, everybody will be happy at the end of the day. But to me, I don't support the issue of consensus. Let everybody go there and test their popularity, and whoever emerges, of course, it will be glaring and clear to everybody that this contest is fair and this is the winner of the party. But at the same time, if they go by consensus, what if the person is not somebody who can deliver for the party? So a lot of them will play in at the end of the day. But as far as I'm concerned, I still support that the will of the citizens should prevail.
Should prevail, definitely. That's democracy. That's on Daily Trust newspaper. Of course, those are the aspirants on the front page right there. On the Punch, gunmen disguised as worshippers massacre over 35 in Ondo church. That's on the Punch newspaper. Of course, we have The Nation. Consensus candidate, our best option. Buhari insists on the Daily Sun. Decision day in APC, of course. we're looking at today, and anything from the evening till tomorrow to know what's going to happen, of course, in that party on Blueprint. In Make Oma Presidential Convention today, 2,340 delegates determine Osinbajo, Tinubu, Fayemi Amechi, others' fate. That's on the newspapers this morning. Don't forget, you can always stay updated on our website, www.tostvnetwork.com. Our social media handle is at TOSTV Network on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter. Many thanks, Adibai, for joining us today.
Always a pleasure.
And thank you, viewers, for coming away again tomorrow. My name is Merciful Ajinmo. Have a wonderful day. Please stay safe and be vigilant.